Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, 2 days before Thanksgiving. That's exciting. Excited for Thanksgiving. I'm more excited for a very long weekend, which I need. I think a lot of people need right now. So I'm really excited to do nothing for about 4 to 5 days. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we're going to talk about how to make better decisions in your business, really. Something that comes up a lot, something that I see a lot of business owners, I would say the vast majority of business owners struggle with, which is what to do first, right? Their heads on a swivel, their things flying at them 100 miles an hour constantly all day long. And sometimes it's just a struggle to keep your head above water, especially now, probably more than ever. But there is a better way, if you don't already know that. There are better ways to really structure your time, structure the way you spend that time, and to really drive your business forward and make the best decisions. And I have a couple of tips for that. I think I'm going to break this really into kind of two parts. The first one is if you just don't know where to focus your time, maybe there's just so many loose ends or so many projects or so many different things that are going on in your business. How do you know what to give your attention to first? I think that's a big question to ask. I think a lot of business owners ask themselves that question, and there is an answer. This is not me trying to shamelessly plug the book that I'm in or sell it or whatever, but on our website, we have a page for Fix This Next, and there is a questionnaire that you can fill out for yourself on there, totally free. I think it's a series of, I think it's 25 multiple choice questions, so it might take you 10 to 15 minutes, but it's really intriguing, the results, what you'll find out about your business. And at the end of these 25 multiple choice questions about you and your business, you're going to find out where you should be spending your time, which is going to be somewhere in here. And this is based on, this book is great, Fix This Next, by the way. And if you're a starter client, most of you are getting this for Christmas gift. You're welcome. But anyway, most businesses are going to find that their issue, can you see this? I can barely see this, is going to be somewhere in the bottom, whether it's going to be sales or profit, maybe even an order. And those are the systems in your business. You're going to figure out, if you answer those 25 questions on our website about where you are in your business, that's where you need to spend your time. And what I like about this assessment that we have is it kind of, even if it's in sales, just say that, you're not maximizing your sales. There's a hole in your sales process. It kind of pinpoints where you need to focus your time. So I love that. And that would be the first thing I would do if you're struggling with, what do I do next? Where do I go next? Where should I be spending my time? Do that Fix This Next evaluation. Again, totally free on our website, sparkbusinessconsulting.com. I think you do /fix this next, but if not, you'll see that menu right on there under services. And it's a great thing to do for your business. And you can do it over and over again, totally free. So that'd be the first place I'd go to figure out where you should be spending your time. If you're not maximizing your sales yet, that's the foundation of your business. Have that fixed. Get into that. Figure out how you can do a better job at that. Constant sales lead, sales funnels, how you're addressing those sales, all of that falls into sales. Super, super important to really tie that up in your business. The second one is profit. Man, now more than ever is profit is so important for businesses. You should have a system for profit. It is not a happy accident. We really hope might end up on a piece of paper at the end of the year for our taxes. Or maybe you hope it's not there for taxes. It depends how you look at it. But you do need it. You need it for your business. It's how you pay down debt. You can't pay debt if you don't have profit. You can't reward your staff or yourselves if you don't have profit. And you certainly can't create any reserves for your business. So I think I've mentioned this before, but you probably either didn't watch or didn't listen, that our clients that have a method for profit have been using it for at least a year with our company called Profit First. When COVID hit back in March, those that had been doing Profit First for about, I'd say 6 months to a year, were so much better off than the other ones because they had a reserve. So they had something to say, oh, okay, so we're shut down. Because at the time, back in March, right, we thought we were only going to be shut down for a couple of weeks and be back to normal. At least we did around here. So they were like, okay, at least I have this money set aside that I've been setting aside all year long and I'll be okay. Obviously, it's been going on a lot longer than that. So we encourage people to take advantage of the government programs like the PPP and the EIDL, while still finding a way to function their business and still generate profit if they can, so they can create those reserves. So that's the next order. If your sales is nailed down and you've maximized your sales process and that's working like clockwork, then you really need to make sure you have a system for profit. Again, those businesses are thriving today that did profit first. And there are clients that haven't done that, are in a completely different boat. It's just terrible. So profit is really important. The third one is order, and that's the systems of the business. And that's really where you want to get your team involved. If you're by yourself, there's some great books on creating order and systems that make things so much easier and smoother and more cost effective in your business. So do the assessment. I think that's a really great place to start. The other part of how to improve your decision-making process would be, and this is something that I've recently been coaching a client on, is if everything else is all set in your business and it's running pretty smoothly and you just need to know where to figure out how to spend your time, when you go to make a decision, if it's a pretty big decision for your business, try and make it without fear. I think fear is the number one thing that holds back so many business owners from getting to that next level or even just making that next step. Fear is not your friend. Now, when I say that, that's not me saying take all the money out of your bank account and go put it on black on a roulette wheel. Like I'm not saying be crazy or do something like that. But if you have a great idea or something that you want to try and you've vetted it enough to think like you think it can work, and the only reason why you haven't tried it yet is because of fear, because of, well, what if it doesn't? Take the fear out of the equation. And I would say go for it. But maybe before you go for it, really vet that idea, brainstorm, take notes, go through a process, whatever process that is you use to make a decision. Bring it to your team if you have a team, not so they can tell you what to do or what not to do, but just to get feedback. It's always good to have feedback, and take it all with a grain of salt, because in the end, this is your decision to make. And then just make sure that you're in a really great frame of mind so that you're taking care of yourself when you go to make the decision. So again, I just don't want you to make it out of fear, and I do not want fear holding you back. Again, we see this, our 200 plus clients right now, front row seat into what goes on in their businesses on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. And the number one thing I see holding business owners back is fear. So take it out of the equation, but vet your idea and take some risks. The last thing I'm going to say before I sign off is I'm currently reading a book. It's not out yet. I think it's going to be released in September. A bunch of us were asked to read this book. It is about marketing, but it's a different type of marketing book. It's not about spending money on marketing. I mean, you can, but this is really about the brain science behind marketing, but in a fun, very approachable way. And a lot of it will say that. A lot of it will tell you to not be fearful, to come up with an idea and be as crazy as you want to be. Have some team members around it, throw it against the wall, see what sticks, put it together, and just try it. And it's really, really exciting when you do that, and things will happen. And if it fails, that's okay. Try again. So take fear out of the equation. Do the Fix This Next evaluation on our website if you haven't already done that, to figure out where you need to be spending your time. Ask your team or people that you really trust for some feedback, but take it with a grain of salt. And if you need any more assistance on how to make better decisions, how to organize your decisions, anything like that, we actually do have a course coming up, Rebuild Your Business, that you might be interested in taking a look at, which will really walk you through that process of how, when, where, and why to make the best decisions for your business. And that's it. So until next week, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving and a very nice long weekend. We'll see you soon.